Page 1. Title slide. Page 2. In Unit 6, Part 1, I worked with the concept of conspiracy theories, and in particular an artist called Mark Lombardi, who creates large maps of interconnecting facts taken from history textbooks. I enjoyed the use of these maps in recording information and decided to incorporate this research style into my practice. Page 3. By looking at the links between ethical teachings over the last 2,000 years, I've been able to correct flaws with some of the ethical practices with solutions from others, creating a brand new branch of ethics called statistical ethics, which I'm not going to go into in great detail as it would take quite a long time and probably bore you all to tears. Page 4. This theory predominantly uses teachings of Kantian ethics, utilitarianism, natural moral law, situation ethics, and Confucianism. Page 5. These are illustrations of how small-scale ethical theory can be applied to whole countries. Apologies for the crudeness of the collages, however, I had not considered how to illustrate these ethics effectively at this point. Page 6. The reason that philosophers don't tend to combine different ethical forms like this is that there are two types of ethics, religious-based and secular-based. The problem with religious-based ethics is that due to the belief aspect, it is not universally applicable, whereas secular ethics is applicable but has no delivery system to allow it to circulate. I have drawn upon the work of Wilmington Salon, which defines religion as an ethical theory with a religious narrative. This means that if we were to strip away religious narratives from a religion, we are left with the ethics, and this can be combined with secular ethics. The problem we come to now is how to allow ethics to circulate. To solve this problem, I will look at the work of Ludwig Wittgenstein. Page 6. I have illustrated Wittgenstein's thoughts from his textbook Tractatus Logio-Philosophicus. However, to save time, I will give a shortened version. When we speak, every word represents an image. Miscommunication occurs when we do not have the words to convey the image. We haven't thought enough about the image, or the person we are talking to has no understanding of the context of the image that we are talking about. It must therefore follow that to have a complete understanding of what someone is talking about, we must have the image that they are thinking of in front of us. My plan will therefore be to put my ethical theory into visual form so that there is no chance of miscommunication. Page 9. This is a kid's book illustration of what the concept of pragmatism would look like in a visual form. I have used a childlike illustration style as I believe that a universal context between all people is from the ages of 1 to 5 when we first learn to play. Page 11. This is a slightly more disturbing illustration of Plato's analogy of the cave. Both of these works are still flawed, however, as they rely on text to be fully understood. I hope that in the future this won't be needed. Page 12. At this point in my work, my focus shifts slightly. This is a publication created for my Unit 7 project, documenting my attempts at sobriety. The paintings act as diary entries to show the passage of time. They also act as a reminder to me as to what I can achieve when I am not drunk. Page 15. This is my first attempt at a Risoprint collage, created at the publication tutorial for Unit 7, in which we had an hour to make 2 collages that were then layered and printed. Page 19. We also collaborated on a website to present our publication and advertise our upcoming zine fair. Page 20. This is my finished publication printed from the Lulu print to order publication website, which is a pain in the ass to use, as you have to get the borders right so the colour doesn't bleed into one another. They ended up creating quite a slim looking booklet. Page 21. Finally, this is my 500-word statement, which essentially says what I have said earlier about philosophy behind language and its application for a universal language, but in greater